it, but we can improve it. The online system, this is a one and other complete package, you can say. So to make a proper knowledge or proper, you can say, environment of a learning, we have to work on the online, all the content which is related to the online or virtual learning, we have to make them interactive, and also make the environment, blended learning environment, the offline environment, the classroom environment, make it dynamic activities, interactive and engaging for the students. So first part, how we can do that, we have to focus on these two parts, so we have to work on it. The first part, interactive content for the online courses, like we are saying that we are implementation of a blended learning, so we have to work on the content which is related to the virtual learning, or anything, any subject or anything which is related to the online learning, so we have to make them interactive. Why we are focusing on an interactivity or interaction of our students? Because the experience and the studies said that after the COVID-19, or you can say if the implementation of digital or technologies and all these things, we have to create a balanced environment of a technology. We just give them a mobile phones in a classroom, or we just give them some videos, some recorded videos in a multimedia. That's not enough. That is basically a negative effect on our students, that they just sit and watch, and there is a no interaction between the students and the content. If they are at home and seeing the all the online lectures and anything, we are not sure they are attending properly, until unless we make data interactive to make them awake and interact with the screen. And e-learning interactivity is a more of a dialogue that happen between a learner and a digital learning too. A very well said this quotation, that this is a basically what basically a e-learning. E-learning must be, or any online activity or any online course must be interactive, because this is a dialogue between the learner and the digital learning tool. If you are not connected with your digital learning tool, that's when you are wasting your time. We have to make the things more interactive. After the experience, study, and the different things we implemented as an Rajasthan University, we implemented the different things on the time of the COVID-19, and gradually we know that we have how many flaws and weaknesses in the content. So now we are here to get the awareness about how we can improve the things. You are the educators, you know your best how to teach, but we are here to tell you how you can improve your teaching with the technologies, because all the teachers are not just related to the computer science or technologies and all these things. Many of the other areas, other department which is non-technical department. So this is a time we can't say the non-technical department shouldn't be used any of the tool or any of the technology. So we are here to give you awareness about how you can make your content more productive and get the more outcomes. And you have to do, and you have to implement these kind of transformation to make your level up. So we all doing this struggle to make the content good. And this is not just related to this time, this is a future of the education system. And this is not just related to the area you are working. This is a lifelong and lifetime learning for you and for your students as well. Let's have a talk about the interactive e-content. Now we are just choose the first part, that is the blended learning first part, that you can say the education system, which is a virtual education system or an online education system. Now we are going to make it an interactive and a dynamic for the students. So let's have a look how we can improve our content to make engage the students actively. The interactive e-learning content means the learner interact with the screen and the cursor content. So if a learner can have a interaction between the screen by the cursor or by the touch screen or anything or any course content. So this is basically an interactive e-learning. Interactive e-learning modules use a wide variety of media types such as video and audio files, presentation graphics, infographics, virtual reality, augmented reality, podcasts, 3D models, and simulation of impart education and training. These all names are not new for all of you. We had a very wonderful sessions on these all topics, how we can generate, how we can create the infographics, and how we can create the interactive presentations, the virtual reality and augmented reality as well. So we have different topics and we have a discussion on that, how we can make a content more good. So let's have a look today that how do you create an interactive education content in a one content or in a one course. Which part or which features basically include it? Includes the different polls, quizzes, surveys, assignments, videos, some webinars, the interactive timelines, the multimedia storyline. So these all are the part of your course which make your content more alive for the students. So here I'm giving you opportunity to give an idea or just pick up a one idea and just implement in your content and just see the results. If you are talking about something polls, quizzes, and survey, you're already using the LMS system to create these things, but you can also use the alternative ways and a quick just create a one assignment or something with the students. You can use the other alternative ways as well. That is, you can say this survey monkey you can use for these all kind of the tasks. If you want any slide show or a video, so you can grab the knowledge from the YouTube and SlideShare as well. If you have webinars, you can use the Join Your WebEx, and it's an interactive timelines, the time grid. And if you want a multimedia storytelling something, so you can use the Storyline software. This is a very important part of all the modules of e-learning interactive content that we just already talked about, the infographic, graphic, audio, video. So these are the very much interesting and very productive feature, or you can say one of the module of the interactive e-learning content, that is basically interactive video designing. This kind of videos will help you to promote your education system and engage your students very well, because students can be bored or can be just ignore the textual form, but they will be not ignore any visual content. So you have to add this add-on in your content course if you are giving any online course or any activity which is related to the online system. So you have to use the different tools to make your videos interactive. You have to use a Snagit, Camtasia, Explain Everything, Playposit, Edpuzzle, Adobe Captive, and Screencast-O-Matic. So I'm going to tell you about one of this software that how you will be able to use. But before that, I want to show some practical example of the interactive videos to give you an idea how you can implement and how you can give an assignment or any task, or you want to explain something by the video and make it interactive for the students very effectively and very good productive outcomes. So let's have a look how many different videos, interactive videos we have.
Branching allow viewers the power of choice to choose their own adventure and drive engagement. Instant downloads. There's no need to direct viewers elsewhere to access supporting material. Allow viewers to download documents and forms directly from your video. Capture user data. Generate sharper customer insights by encouraging users to share information. Leverage known data. Pass in known user information from your LMS and create personalized videos that directly communicate with each viewer. Show video content based on an employee's role and tailor content based on an employee's achievements or current ability. Sign in. Restrict content to specific employees or learners by creating password protected content. Chapter menu. Quickly add a chapter menu to your videos so viewers can jump to specific content instantly. Text annotations. Add text annotations to your video to support learning and reinforce messaging. Custom CSS. You can apply custom CSS and change anything from the colors and fonts of your video. You can even style the player itself with custom branding and colors. Custom animations. Take advantage of the CSS to add your own custom animations on text annotations. Pause and play. Set parameters that pause a video automatically, encouraging a user to interact with your video to resume content. Customize timeline. Disable a user's ability to skip along the timeline and ensure they don't miss any of your crucial content. Remove the timeline completely and create truly blended learning experiences. Quizzing. Test your viewers' knowledge by incorporating quizzing into your video. Adaptive quizzing. Change what the viewer sees next based on correct and incorrect answers to a quiz. Free response quizzing. Allow viewers to input truly personal responses and gain sharper insights. Set custom threshold. Set multiple questions within your quiz and you can control the pass threshold based on your own needs. Display live results. Display real-time results or grades as the user progresses through a quiz. Unlimited language support. Your browser is able to change and localize any language used in your video, just like a web page. Better still, you can create bespoke localization files using a simple template. Viewers can read any text in your video regardless of their own native language. Draw and highlight. Draw on top of your video to highlight key points of the information. Future-proof. Keep content relevant by incorporating interchangeable images within your video. Product interfaces or company procedures can be updated instantly without the need to develop a brand new video. Templates. Develop an interactive template and apply your logo, branding, and interactive functionality to every single one of your videos instantly. Calendars. Do you have an upcoming event or conference? Then you can embed calendar invitations within your video and remove barriers for onboarding. Navigation. Guide guests to your upcoming event or conference location by embedding maps within your video. You can even take advantage of your viewers' inbuilt GPS to guide viewers directly to your location. Live webcasts. Broadcast your conference live, hold Q&As, conduct employee interviews, and receive instant real-time feedback from your audience. Live social network streams. Engage audiences and encourage brand exposure and receive instant feedback by including social network streams in your videos. Embed widgets. Embed any HTML widget that you feel can enhance your audience experience. Anything from contact forms, job applications, employee satisfaction surveys, polls, anything you can think of, you can now embed within a video. Links. Link to any external content on the web. Track known viewers. Track both individuals and groups to learn exactly how users are interacting with your video. Lead generation. Drill down and learn key information on each individual who watches your content. Find out what information they care about the most and what aspects of your product or service they engage with, and create bespoke targeted sales leads. Multiple devices. Retain interactivity on desktop, tablet, and also on mobile via the Fuse app. And finally, responsive. Retain your interactivity when you want your video to be responsive or launched in full screen.
Isn't it interesting for you also as an educator that you have a different options, you have a different opportunities to make your content more attractive? So if you are designing anything, any course which is related to the educational videos or educational content, of course, you will design something which is related to the educational. So you can use all these kind of the ideas. You have a vast variety.
عايزين بس المناسب، عايزين المناسب والشغل.
You have a different variety, you have just awareness about the how many kind of videos you can make. Let's have a look about how you will be able to make the interactive in educational videos. So we have to choose one of the software that is a very interesting and a very versatile, have many features, and this is a Camtasia. So let's have a look how we can make an interactive video with this software, Camtasia.
Camtasia's quizzing features make it easy to gather feedback from your viewers. In this video, I'll walk you through how to create and export a video with a quiz or survey, along with how to receive quiz results. Before we start, it's important to note that videos with quizzes or surveys made in Camtasia must be viewed in the TechSmith Smart Player. And there are 3 simple ways to use the Smart Player. 1. Upload a video to screencast.com, which uses the Smart Player for all its videos. 2. Host a video on your own website and upload the Smart Player. And 3. Upload a video and quiz as a SCORM package to a SCORM-compliant LMS. Now that we know where we can use quizzes and surveys, let's get started. To add a quiz, choose Interactivity from the Tools panel and select one of the options. The first option adds a quiz to the timeline. Quizzes added to the timeline can be moved freely to any point in the video. The second option attaches a quiz to a specific piece of media, which then moves with that piece of media as it's positioned on the timeline. Adding a quiz turns on quizzing mode, which allows you to quickly add more quizzes by clicking on the quiz track above the media or the timeline. To toggle quizzing mode on or off, click this arrow. With the quiz selected, add questions and modify quiz options in the Properties panel. By default, the Question tab is open with a blank question already added to help you get started. Choose the question type. Enter the question text, along with answers to the question. Set the correct answer. Then, decide if you'd like to give viewers feedback, depending on whether they get the question right or wrong. For example, send the viewer to a specific point in the video if they answer incorrectly. To add additional questions to a quiz, click Add Question. When finished, click this button to preview the quiz. It's important to note that quizzes are not displayed on the canvas when previewing a project. Select the Options tab to modify the quiz name and choose whether quiz results are displayed to viewers or if the quiz is to be scored. To produce a video with a quiz, choose either screencast.com or local file. For a local file, choose any of the MP4 with Smart Player options or choose Custom Production Settings and then choose MP4 with Smart Player. Continue through the production wizard until you get to the quiz options. Select this box and enter an email address where you'd like to receive your results. Then, choose whether or not viewers can take the quiz anonymously. Click here if you'd like to modify the appearance of the quiz buttons by changing their text. This is handy if you're creating a survey as opposed to a quiz. To make this video and quiz into a SCORM package for a SCORM-compliant LMS, select this option and enter your SCORM information here. When finished, Camtasia will produce the video and the Smart Player to go along with it. If you're on a Mac, choose screencast.com or local file. For local file, choose MP4 or main concept and make sure both export as web page and include quiz are selected. Click here to set up an email address for quiz results and change the appearance of quiz buttons. To make this video and quiz into a SCORM package for a SCORM-compliant LMS, select this option and enter your SCORM information here. When finished, click Export, and Camtasia will produce the video and Smart Player to go along with it. Upload these files to your website or LMS to view your quiz online. At the end of each day, you'll receive an email of results. Results can also be viewed online at results.techsmith.com. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.
So by using the Camtasia, you can create one interesting video which have interactivity, which have the quizzes and all the procedure explained in this video. So the one word is used that you can just download or save as a Chrome package. As we are using the LMS system Blackboard, so you can import the Chrome packages to the Blackboard as a add content. This is just simple. You just log in with your Blackboard LMS system and just go to the add content content area, and there is an option that you can import, and you can import this Chrome package. So you can simply import your content into your LMS to share with your students. Now let's talk about the second part of the blended learning, that is a traditional education systems and the offline environment. We have to create an environment, the classroom environment, which have to with some interactivity to make the things more productive. Let's talk about that how we will be able to create a content as an educator interactive for the students who are in the classroom and have some activities you are related to the different kind of the subjects. Your activities can be varies, like any task, any assignment, any quiz which is related to your language learning, your something related to the computer, or something related to and other topics and other subjects. But you can make alive that assignment, that quiz, that class quiz alive, just adding some technology in it to make the things more productive. For example, you have one simple assignment which is related to any language learning content, or you are in a subject of the English, for example. You just give them one assignment in a classroom, and now you want to get the live output from them to make them active and alive, that they are just studying and they are just getting what they are doing. So you have to use this wonderful Mentimeter software to just create one quick action and a quick poll for them to grab the feedback from the students. Let's have an overview how it's work and how actually the output of this software.
There's too much one-way communications in lectures and workshops and in regular business meetings. And what we're trying to do is a very, very simple but powerful interaction tool, and this is Mentimeter. Everybody wants to be heard. And the process of using Mentimeter is quite simple. You create a question, click start presenting. The audience then just grab their phone, go to a specific URL, enters the code, and submits the answer.
When you visualize the answers, it makes people think and reflect, and then you can start a discussion from there.
With Mentimeter, everybody has an equal opportunity to voice their opinion. You're not affected by anybody. The input you provide is unbiased. And when you're part of the result, you want to motivate the result.
Mentimeter makes people interact in a new and innovative way.
When you open up for people to voice their opinion, people feel involved. So the interaction creates a constructive discussion. Mentimeter makes meeting more fun, efficient, and effective.
And if you are using the Mentimeter with your PowerPoint, because if you are not giving any workshop or anything which is just training session series and all these things, so you are in a classroom with the simple PowerPoint or giving the content or explaining your course, so you can also use this software with the PowerPoint. Let's have a look how we can use with your PowerPoint and make it interactive for the students for the offline classroom.
Now, there are a couple of ways in which you can use Mentimeter together with PowerPoint, but what a lot of people don't know is you can create long and beautiful presentations directly in Mentimeter. And let me show you what I mean here. So here I have my team meeting presentation. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a new slide and scroll down to the content slides. And here I can add bullet points, images, headers, just like I would in PowerPoint or Google Slides, for example. And this allows you to create longer and more dynamic presentations, all while using the app. Now, if you already have an existing PowerPoint presentation, it's really easy to upload your PowerPoint directly to Mentimeter. And to do that, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click the import button. And what this allows you to do is allows you to import either PowerPoint presentations, Keynote presentations, and even PDFs directly to Mentimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click here and I'm going to select my prototyping presentation here. And as you can see, it'll upload directly to Mentimeter. I'm going to go ahead and close this window and it'll upload in the background. Now that my PowerPoint is uploaded to Mentimeter, I'll find it at the bottom of my presentation. And here we can see I have my entire PowerPoint presentation directly in Mentimeter. And this allows me also to add the beloved reactions here, the heart, the thumbs up, and the cat if you'd like that. And this is a really smooth and easy way to keep everything nice and tidy in Mentimeter. Now, the quickest way to use Mentimeter together with PowerPoint is to use them side by side. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So here I have my Mentimeter presentation ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and select Present so I have it in full screen. Then I'm going to use Command Tab or Control Tab if you're using a PC and open up my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to go ahead and put that in full screen mode as well. And now I have both presentations in full screen. And I can go through my PowerPoint presentation, and when I want to add audience interaction, I simply select Command or Control Tab and switch between the two. Mentimeter works best if you're using it directly in the web browser, but we do also offer a way in which you can use your PowerPoint presentation and have a Mentimeter question in it. Now, this requires you to have an Office 365 subscription, as well as having the PowerPoint 2016 version or later. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to Insert in my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to select Get Add-ins. And here I can search for Mentimeter and add it to my add-ins. And then I go back to my Mentimeter presentation. I copy the slide that I want to use in my PowerPoint and simply paste it directly in the slide link. And here I can then use my PowerPoint presentation and have a Mentimeter question in it.
So by this way, you can make your PowerPoint presentation fully interactive presentation, and you can use for the classroom. Here's another tool. You can say this is one of the powerful element system as well, that is a Kahoot. So we can use this one for the blended learning environment, for the offline environment, and in a classroom to make it interactive.
Hi there, I'm Evelyn, and today I'll show you how you can create and deliver an interactive presentation everyone will enjoy, remember, and learn from. Did you know that even when a topic is found interesting, the average person can only focus on a presentation for 7 to 10 minutes at most? How can you ensure your audience will connect with your presentation? Firstly, make your audience the focus of your presentation, and by that we mean interaction. Involve your audience throughout your entire presentation, not just with the Q&A at the very end. Also, make sure your audience remembers the key content you want them to, which is where reinforcement quiz questions come in. Let's explore exactly how you can create a great presentation with Kahoot. Log into your Kahoot account and click Create. You can import an entire deck of slides into Kahoot. Click Import Slides and follow the instructions. We support PowerPoint, Keynote, and PDF. Remember, you can also export Google Slides as a PDF. Make sure you're happy with your slides before you import them. Once uploaded, you can move your slides around or delete some of them, but you won't be able to edit the content in them directly. Add interaction questions in between slides, for example, polls or word clouds, to give your audience a voice and do a pulse check. You can add these in at any point during your presentation. Next, Reinforce your key points with quiz questions at the end of a section of your presentation, as well as at the very end. That way, you'll know which content sticks and if you've communicated it well. After your presentation, review the data on the question responses to understand if you successfully landed your key points. Make sure you adapt your presentation content and style accordingly for next time. Now let's go over some top tips and best practices for making your presentation super engaging and memorable. Half as long as twice as good. Prioritize your content by identifying 3 to 5 key things you want your audience to take away. And make sure no more than 50% of your presentation is made up out of slides. The other 50% being audience participation or review quiz questions to reinforce these points. Take advantage of YouTube videos to bring your content to life, but add relevant clips. You don't have to include the entire video. For the best experience, get participants to join the presentation via the Kahoot app. If not, they should disable the screensaver mode on their devices so they don't lose connection throughout. When hosting a presentation, spend no more than 60 seconds on each slide to keep engagement high. Take advantage of real-time feedback. Use polls and word clouds to deliver a continuous Q&A throughout your presentation, not just at the end. If you want to assign your presentation as a self-paced challenge, so the audience goes through it on their own device in their own time, make sure to add more slides to give context. You won't be there to give the explanations live. As a presenter, there's no better feedback to understand in real time how much your audience has taken your key content on board, and you can make every meeting a huge success. And that's how you can deliver interactive presentations.
So we have a wonderful and a variety of things we can implement in our content to make it more interactive for the students and engaging. These all information and knowledge is useless if you are not using in your real-time environment or if you're not using in your course content. So all over the world, these all things are implemented, and after a study and a reviews, we are bringing up the best softwares and the best practice things which already practice in the all over the world universities and schools to make the students good outcomes. So we are presenting here to make the things better for your education and for your course content as well. So let's have one overview look about the blended learning practices, which is all over the world. Let's have a review how people think and how educator and the students think about the blended learning environment.
I have built a great relationship with the students with the one-on-one. Traditional classroom, I would go over things on the board and regurgitate what I would learn the next day, and I would still go around and help them. I feel that the computers have given me a better relationship with the students. But one, like I just said, they're now teaching me sometimes, and they get a kick out of that. Like, let me show you how to do this. And I feel that it builds a better rapport with us and the students.
The Blended Learning Implementation Guide discusses 4 phases, including planning. During this phase, school leaders must set goals and select or develop a school model. After planning decisions have been made, school communities can then implement and improve on their blended learning model. Blended learning combines the best of personalized online learning with face-to-face on-site support and hands-on application. Through the flex and rotational models, students are given some control over the time, place, path, and pace.
Blended learning overall to me means that it's an application of technology within a traditional brick and mortar place called school. But those applications can be blended differently.
What's exciting about now is we have technology that can do that coordination so that we can have every student learning at their own pace, mastering concepts before moving on. We can have a reality so that the classroom is no longer about one pace fits all lecture for everyone, but instead about interacting with the human beings in the room, interacting with the teacher, and interacting with your fellow peers.
2 examples of blended learning models are the rotation model and the flex model. In a rotation model, students move from a traditional environment to an online environment. At KIPP Empower in Los Angeles, students rotate within the classroom.
So by having 15 laptops in every single classroom, allows our students a chance to rotate on and off the computers to both receive instruction from their teachers as well as from the online content providers. The students are going to get a chance to further their 21st century skills, as well as to engage in learning environment in many fun and engaging ways that they wouldn't be doing otherwise.
In School of One and Teach to One classrooms, middle school math students move between stations.
New Classrooms is reimagining the classroom itself. We have a new model called Teach to One that combines live instruction, online instruction, and collaborative learning all in a way that enables personalized learning for kids. In Teach to One, students can learn live with a teacher with either discrete skills or with project-based learning. They can learn collaboratively with each other. They can learn online with software. They can learn by themselves with books. They can learn with virtual tutors located anywhere around the world. By combining all of these modalities into a single learning environment, we can then contemporaneously teach multiple things, and that's what enables personalized learning.
Flex models are most common in next generation high schools. Students in flex schools move at their own pace through an online curriculum and benefit from on-site support and application.
We have huge open spaces for learning. We're not talking classrooms anymore. The role of teachers have been redefined to really be coaches for students and to help pull them out into different experiences, whether it's group projects or small group instruction as makes sense.
In addition to benefiting students, blended learning has the potential to improve working conditions and career options for teachers.
Over time, you started to get better and better, and you started to feel more confident in your teaching. And you saw that students were taking this piece of technology and they were tweaking it, and you were learning. And to be honest, I was learning more from my students and my colleagues more than I actually searched and looked online for anything else. It was really amazing how the kids were teaching the teachers, and we were also giving them the curriculum at once as well.
For those who are skeptical of blended learning, I would encourage them to come out and talk to our teachers, come out and talk to our kids. They're native digital learners. They talk about the level of engagement that they have. We have early data to suggest that our kids are learning at greater rates than they've ever learned before. Parents are excited to see that their children come home liking school again. They don't talk about being bored in the classroom. They talk about being engaged and learning at a high level.
So you can say in all over the world, the implementation of blended learning is a very successful. After the COVID-19, it just goes very fastly and very growing. So this is all about the things which is important related to this topic. I hope I explained well about all these implementations, the softwares, and which you can make in your content and make it interactive and productive for the students and for your own learning process as well. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Thank you, Salma.